I want to start our discussion of performance measurement by talking about two big lies. Big lie number one, what gets measured gets done. How many people here have heard that said before? A lot of people in the performance measurement business would have you believe this, but I think the reality is far different. When I look at organizations, I often find too many measures, hundreds of measures that most people in the organization don't even really understand. Measurements for the sake of measurement. Let me tell you a story. Some years ago, I was a superintendent of motor vehicles for the province of British Columbia. And I found my traffic safety people one day trying to develop a survey form for accidents. And like many statisticians and evaluators, they were going through the wouldn't it be nice if we knew, wouldn't it be interesting, perhaps this could tell us something type of exercise as they were designing their form. And it was getting longer and longer and more sophisticated and more complex. And finally, at the back of the room, an old traffic cop stood up and said in a very loud, cop-like voice, "We're not going to do it. Do you people not understand what it's like to stand on the side of the road on a dark and rainy night when there's blood all over the place and the ambulance has just arrived and there's weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth? We just won't do it. Figure out what's really important. Figure out what you really want to understand and give me a short form to fill in. But don't ask me to fill in information just because you might be interested. I won't do it." Well, there was a ghastly pause, and needless to say, the statisticians and the performance measurement people went back to the drawing board. The reality is that what we pay attention to gets done. If I have a measure that I know is on the desk of the CEO every Monday morning, if I have a measure that I know is the focus of a major campaign by the governor of the state or the premier of a province, if I know that the mayor is paying attention to this measure or the head of the hospital is paying attention to it, then I'm going to pay attention to it as well. What we need are a few focused measures, measures that clearly communicate our intent. They help clarify our strategy. Our measures must be clearly linked to that strategy and not just a collection of things that we're recording. Big lie number two. Measurement is neutral. This is another thing that the performance measurement people would have you believe. They would like it to be true. Measures should not influence the subject being measured, they will tell you. Of course, the problem is that people aren't stupid. They know they're being measured, and if you don't tell them why they're being measured and what the purpose of it is, they'll invent something. We know that measurement can have a dramatic influence on our behavior. That's why we keep score in football games and baseball games and hockey games. We reinforce the impact of those measures by incentives. We will give people annual performance bonuses. We'll give them gold medals in the Olympics. If you're a Canadian, we'll give them the Stanley Cup for winning in hockey. One of the reasons we're measuring behavior is because we want to change it.